It is winter right now, and I'm trying to empty some of the plastic barrels. You can see at the bottom I got the heater. That's 1100 watt heater, and that plate down here, right here, that you can see the lines in them, that actually get up to 300 degrees. And I'm just trying to transfer it into that tote. See, I got a couple totes here, but it's the one that we're trying to fill up. Do have a test gun to show you how hot it gets. I don't know if it's gonna work. It's been out here for a while. Nah, I don't know what that means. Oh, battery? Yeah, battery's dead. Figures. What else is new? Okay, anyways, I'm just gonna show you how hot that actually gets. And this is plastic. I did empty yesterday a few metal drums. I'll show you over here. These are metal. And I let it sit on each one for 2 hours. And I was able to manage to empty yesterday 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of them. And yesterday it wasn't as cold. It was 35 degrees. Today is 24 degrees. A little colder. And what happens when it gets too cold, this oil, because you gotta remember that vegetable oil comes in all different varieties, from canola to soybean, peanut oil, and so on, corn oil. Just want to show you guys in there if I can. You can see pretty much all melted. It wasn't that clear because of steam that's in there. I should open that one and show you. But what happens, it turns into gel. I'll show you in here. Sorry about that. Okay, let's pull the cap from here, and I'll show you how it is in there. Kind of like lard. I don't know how else I can explain to you. You can see there's different kind of oil, probably canola, peanut oil. 26 degrees. I'll show you what happens. This is normal vegetable oil, or I should say liquid oil right here. This is liquid. This is a mixed oil right here. So is this one. You can see there's the top. It hasn't froze at 27 degrees. I'll show you what I believe it's peanut oil right here. In the summer, this oil is nice when it's about 80 degrees. In the winter, concrete. You can see I can't even push that. And there is your, I believe, canola oil next to it. See how dark it is? This one is usable in the winter. It's okay till 32 degrees. Here's another one right here. You can see right here it's good. Right here it's starting to gel up. 26 degrees. Here's the canola oil, and I mixed it with some peanut oil. So what happened? Literally just froze. Anyways, doesn't matter. I'm gonna use it in the winter. Here's a couple of stainless steel drums that I might sell. I got 4 of them. They're 100% stainless, no rust on them. Anyways, just gonna show you guys how I'm gonna empty this drum. But to show you how real thick oil looks like, gelled up, and I'm gonna use my 1500 watts. This is the one out of my bio processor. Show you over here. It goes on one of those tank right there, right on top, right there. That's where it mounts, and pretty much heats up the oil to turn into a bio process. But I don't go that route. I just use it straight in a single tank, which you're not supposed to in the summer, but I blend it, and also on my one of my other vehicle I got a separate heating tank. So anyways, let's see how this works. I'm gonna put this in there. See how it's gelled up completely. Just gonna set that in there. Well, set it against something. Remember, that's 1500 watts, so it's pretty up there. On one hand, see if I can do this. Put this in there. She's plugged in. And now it won't take long. A few minutes, and you would instantly see how it's melting the oil or bringing it to the viscosity temperature, and then I am able to drop it in there through a net. I think my net is down there. It's not good. Frozen. So let's wait 1 minute. Okay, here it is. That's not even a minute. I paused the video. It's actually, I would say, 15 seconds. So here it is at 15 seconds, just bringing the oil back to liquid. Now this is not liquid oil, this right here. This is actually, I'll show you. Let's go in there. I'll show you inside the barn here. This is the good stuff, the clear liquid fry oil. And then you have what's called clear liquid fry shortening. The shortening, even in normal temperature, 80 degrees, it's still thick. Okay, that's something that you cannot use in a single tank. You'll simply clog up your filter. But the clear liquid, you could. So what we'll do is we'll give this about 5 minutes. It also smells like that shortening oil. That one just has a weird smell. Let's see, I don't think this is hot. No, it's not. The bottom gets hot. What I want to do is just spin it a little bit. Now that's right here, this sensor. You see this right here is what reads the temperature. The temperature of the heat. So that has to be submerged, otherwise I'm not sure, I think it'll shut down. I'm not sure exactly what would happen. So yeah, it's pretty much turning into liquid. And then I can pour it in there. So I got a few buckets over there. Probably take me a good 10, 15, 20 minutes. And then of course I got this one right here. Problem with this one, I'm sorry, this barrel, I don't think I can put that in there. This end, this right there, I don't think will fit through the, make sure it doesn't slide through here. I don't think so. That's why I'm using that padding. That's 1100 watts, so it does the job. It just takes a lot longer than this because that's in the outside. I guess my neighbor's dog took my, I used to have a cover over here. I used to cover this up and I can't find it. Either a dog or some animals, they took it to whatever. So and here is not much, only this much, so it doesn't matter. But this one, it's full, so I have to cover this one up. But when you use these pads, heating pads, they don't recommend for plastic barrels. This is my first time using it. It's been on for a few hours or so, and it hasn't melted it. You can see nothing. Absolutely, there's no. I'll show you more. Ah, that's not good. This just dropped it. Made a mess. It's the first time. Oh, the good part about vegetable oil, if you make a mess, it's non-contaminated, so you don't destroy the ground like motor oil or petroleum, I should say. Well, anyways, I just wanted to show you guys here where it was hot. This looks like he put some kind of marks in there, but I'm not sure if he burnt it. I don't think so. It's still warm. So yeah, I'll let that sit for 5 minutes, and then we'll pour it in a, man, this thing just does not want to stay. I need to put it against a corner or something so it doesn't fall. I don't like making a mess. Then we'll pour this in one of the 5 or 4.7 jugs that's over there. It will look like, not the buckets, not the green buckets, but those, the ones that I showed you guys early. One of these. I'll pour it in one of these. This is completely frozen. Maybe got better luck with this. Yep, this is empty. So we'll use this one. Man, this one just does not want to stay. You can see how it's real dark where the heat is penetrating through it, and towards the top it's still frozen. Not frozen, but it's still not liquid state, or however you say that. I need to, sorry about the shake, I need to move this because it's making some kind of noise. To make sure it's not going to put a hole through the bucket at the bottom, since this one does not have a protection. See at the bottom, there is no protection. Oops. And that can definitely put a hole through the bucket since it's 1500 degrees. I'm going to pour the bucket that I think I made a hole through it. Remember I said that you shouldn't leave the heater too long in there? I really put a hole through it, so we'll find out. You see now the oil is liquid. And yes, I'll show you later on. I did put a hole in the bucket, so this bucket is no good anymore. And neither will be the other one. Let me unplug it. Okay, I did unplug that one. Now we are going to pour the oil in here. Boy, I have a camera stand. I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, I'm gonna pour the oil in there. Since it's warm, we'll have no problem flowing through. Actually, by doing this, I can also clean some of that grease that's in there. I'm using just a normal net, so if there is some kind of big chunks, the net will catch it. The rest does not matter, because I just don't want to wreck the pump with bigger chunks or get clogs. Okay. I'm gonna pour the rest in there. It's out of the bucket. You can see how fast it's cooling off, because it's starting to turn back to solid state. And it's just gonna make it tougher to go through the net. That's why in the winter it's a long process to do this, and costly as well, because you're using electrical. Let me show you what happens to the bucket, because I let that heater touch the bottom of the bucket. That's where you put the hole through. This is the remaining solids, which I don't need that. That's all garbage. It's all the crumbs. The bucket to the side, and this is where you put the hole. Melted right through, so this bucket is no good. Make sure I throw it out. Okay, now we'll let that to heat up for a while and try and see if we can take this oil out of this drum.